we now have 4 different flavors of the sunset. The proposal F, base sunset, is the simplest of them all. And it's envisioning leaving everything exactly as it is right now, including RQAs, every provision. The only thing that would change under the base sunset is that there would be a termination referendum with a postponed date. So a ballot could read something like, are you in support of terminating the QIP as of December 31, 2025, or pick a year. I'm not trying to nudge you in a particular direction. So the proposal itself is, the framework itself is very simple. What is most interesting about sunset is the implication it creates for the value of quota today, as well as the total stream of payments that would be received over the life of the QIP before it goes away. So this table that we present here can help you assess that. After 3 years, a producer in China would cumulatively receive $214 per pound of quota. After 5 years, they would receive 356, etc. So this is how to read the upper table, total cash payments per pound of quota solids non-fat. If we remove the policy risk, so if the sunset is put in place and there are credible mechanisms put in place to ensure there'll be no further petitions a year later, then the returns to owning quota would probably drop from 25% that they are right now to maybe 5-6% or so, and because it's a safe cash flow at that point, no more policy risk. So if we discount this cash flow at 5%, what do we get? We get, after 5 years, that a buyer in China today would be willing to pay $315 for a pound of quota that has 5 years worth of life to it before it's terminated. A buyer in Tulare County in Zone 5, anywhere in Zone 5, would have to pay $265 per pound of quota. So that is proposal F, the base sunset. Going back to the survey, if you click next, here we go. So we have slightly different questions for this one. So here's the table again. And what we would like you to do is to tell us the number of years that you would personally support in a base sunset. But not only would you support it, but you believe that so many years would be just right for the other side, whichever one is the other side of yours, for the other side to also agree to such a proposal. In other words, what is the number of years that you believe can create a consensus, and a consensus that you would be happy with? So take a moment to answer that question. The other questions in the survey are very similar to what you've seen before. Is it fair? Is it easy to understand? Would you vote to support this proposal in a referendum? Now you may ask me, well, how would I know if I would vote to support it in a referendum if I don't know how many years? Maybe you would vote no if it's 1 year, and yes if it's 10 years. Well, we are asking you here in general, would you support this type of solution, the sunset type of solution, if the terms of the agreement were agreeable to you as well? How can this proposal be made better? And if you have any other comments that you would like to share.